Hello, welcome to 2012. This is Rob himself, aka Rob the Bank, aka the Liquored Up Kicker, with Frank Cassell and Frank Cassell 2 and that Bete. It's not pronounced any other way, just Bete. We're gonna turn the music up and run down the Week 1 NFL picks. All right. Earlier tonight, I think that Dallas has beaten the New York Giants. Frank, Betty, what do you think?
That's correct, but I had the Giants.
I don't believe it. Giants all the way. Dark lager compared to the pussy ass Miller Lite over there.
Dark side.
Dark side.
All right. Sunday, we got the Colts with Andrew Luck facing the Colt, Jay Cutler, and the Bears. Bears are giving a lot of points. I think straight up the Bears take this one. Love the young guy, but just not enough for Brandon Marshall, Forte, and the cut. Frank?
I like the Bears in a blowout, Rob.
I think the Bears, I don't know, I think the Colts managed the game, but, the Bears are going to take this one. The Bears are going to take this one at home.
Shout out to Reggie Wayne, you don't deserve this. All right, we got the Philadelphia Eagles, popular team for most of my fans, against the Cleveland Browns, Frank's personal team.
No, it is the 49ers.
Yeah, but he's got personal issues with the Browns. All right. Eagles, no matter what they're given. Joe Hayden's out. Eagles. Vic with the bulletproof vest to Macklin. Vic with the bulletproof vest to Deshaun. Vic with the bulletproof vest to LaShawn McCoy. Eagles easy. Right.
I'd have to say the Eagles here, and Hawk agrees.
I hate that. You see this right here? This is Eagle status right here.
Eagles.
They're gonna run the shit against the Browns. I love the whole game, I guess, but Eagles are gonna blow up. Eagles blow up.
All right. Well, we're all on the Eagles. All right. We got St. Louis visiting Detroit. I think Detroit may be somewhat overranked. You can only be all offense for so long. But St. Louis is not the challenger that Detroit is looking for. Detroit beats St. Louis, but St. Louis put some numbers out for your little fantasy teams. Right.
I expect Calvin Johnson to have a huge game, maybe 200 yards receiving with 3 touchdowns. Big fantasy threat, so the
Frank,
Lions will win.
Frank, you might have taken that you love Johnson.
Yes.
All right. Nick.
Frank put that out because yes, the Alton John Glass is going on right now, but the Rams are not gonna. They just can't hang with the Lions at this point. Lions, in a little bit of a blowout. Not as much as Frank expects, but 14-point game.
All right.
14 to 7-point game.
All right, that's interesting because that would cover the spread, so that's still interesting. We got the New England Patriots visiting Jake Locker, Chris Johnson. He loves Chris Johnson. No Kenny Britt, but a bunch of capable wide receivers behind him. And last I saw, the Patriots are given 6 or 7 points in the spread. I think we're all in agreement the Patriots are going to win this game.
Yes, but Chris Johnson will rush for 150 yards and a touchdown.
The Titans, they got it all year. They got good capabilities, putting the numbers. Good luck to Jake Locker. I loved him coming out a couple of years ago. Good luck.
I expect rushing Chris Johnson to get 79 yards plus, decent receiving yards, but the Patriots win this one blowout.
Falcons, Chiefs. Last I saw, Falcons were favored by 3. I love the Chiefs this year, and I've heard a lot of love for the Chiefs from the from the national announcers, but Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Roddy White, Michael Turner, and company. It's a bit too much. Got to go with the Falcons on this one. They'll probably cover 3-point spread, but I wouldn't take the bet. You guys on Falcons?
I like the Falcons all the way. Big game out of Matt Ryan as well. Almost 400 yards passing.
He's terrible on his stats, but I will tell you that the Falcons have just too many offensive weapons for the Chiefs to handle at this point. They have no defense. That's all it's going to,
BEDI speaks.
Jaguars.
BEDI.
BEDI. Jaguars, Vikings. Sorry, Adam Queefter over here doesn't really know what's going on.
You know, Elton John with his white sunglasses. That's all.
Jaguars at Vikings. Both teams happen to be featuring their backup running back. We got Rashad Jennings featured against Toby Gerhart. Your boy happens to have both of them on his fantasy team just for safety purposes. And I think the Vikings give him 4 points. I love Blaine Gabbert, but Christian Ponder seems to have established better camaraderie with his weapons. I think the Vikings win and cover their 4-point spread. Frankie.
I have to go with my Missouri boy, Blaine Gabbert. Jacksonville will win by 3.
BEDI.
I think Jacksonville sucks ass, but Vikings, I'm not a fan of Christian Ponder. I do think that other than Rob over here, I think Toby Gerhart takes a seat. I think AP, runs the deal right now.
These guys may have personal interest in these fantasy things, but I'm not sure. I'm only in their league.
Neither
Anyway.
of which are in my fantasy.
Redskins versus Saints. So we have the most talked about quarterback, the most Subway commercial quarterback in the entire universe, Robert G3, against the actual best quarterback from last year, who's now coaching the team, Drew Brees. And I will take Drew Brees. I've seen the spread jump around. Be careful what you get it at. But the Saints, with or without a coach, take this one down. Frank?
I think Drew will breeze through the Falcons, but he's playing the Redskins. So the Saints will win.
All right.
Tough one to follow up, Nick.
Whatever. The Saints are gonna run shit. Falcons legit team. But
playing the Redskins.
You said Falcons.
It's the Redskins.
Redskins. So RG3 is overhyped by his commercials, living up to Cam Newton's status. Not gonna happen. Drew Brees, they're gonna put some work in.
Got it. And then we got the Buffalo Bills, who everybody I heard on ESPN is talking up this year against the Jets. Everybody's talking down on this year. And yet everybody is picking the Jets. I'm taking my Buffalo Bills, with or without points. We're going to set the tone. Fitz is healthy. Freddie's healthy. Frank.
I got to go with the Jets. That's for you, Pops.
Bete.
Nobody cares about what this dude in the Ellen John sunglasses has to say. Bills are going to run it. They're going to, Fitzpatrick's going to have a field day. I don't even believe in Fred Jackson, but they're going to split it 50-50 with C.J. Spiller, Stevie Johnson on the outside, solid defense. They're going to take this one. Rex Ryan can talk the talk, but he's not about walking the walk. So
Miami Dolphins at the Houston Texans. I've seen the spread recently. The Texans are giving a bunch of points. The Dolphins love, from personal experience, the Dolphins love to play teams beyond their possible hope and push the limits and still lose the game. So if you can get the spread where I'm seeing it up around 13, if you can be the Dolphins getting 13 points, take it on. But if you're just looking in the win-loss column, Houston Texans, you got Matt Shaw, you got the best running back in the league, you got the best backup running back in the league.
That's LaShawn McCoy, by the way.
Anyway, you got Andre Johnson, who, if he can stay healthy, is the best wide receiver in the league.
That's Calvin Johnson.
You're missing D'Amico Ryans, your lucky Eagles. You're missing Mario Williams, the Bills. But Houston Texans are still most people's pick to go to the Super Bowl. Texans will beat the Dolphins, but not by as much as people think. Right.
I think Arian Foster's going to break his ankle, and Rob over here, like Robert Banks, is going to get lucky with Ben Tate. Thank you, Airport Gobert.
Nope.
Bet
I
it.
mean, I do feel the Houston Texans are going to pull this one away, but the Dolphins, up and coming, not nearly close enough to be a playoff team.
Man, I saw this guy Tenios list as probable anyway. What's the worst that could happen? The guy who led you to your last 6 wins is going to take over at quarterback. I mean, I agree with the choice of Tannehill at quarterback, but if Matt Moore leads them into, he might win his job back real quick week 1 if Tannehill can't go.
He's not going to win it if he wasn't even the first candidate if Leftwich was playing.
Well, Leftwich is released. So next game.
You mean Garrard, not Leftwich. Leftwich is on the Steelers.
Aren't they really the same person?
They are.
They are. Just one's 50 pounds heavier.
Sorry, Byron.
I can't believe
Anyway, so we got the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. This is the toughest game Green Bay will face all year, and all week. I swear all week. But yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame because San Francisco really deserves credit for what they did last year and what they're going to continue to do this year. But Green Bay, give me that BEDI.
I say that.
I would like to say Green Bay will
I'll
win,
let you
even
know after
though
he talks.
BEDI over here wants to cut me
BEDI.
off.
Beating like the bed, that's BEDI. So, do we all pick Green Bay?
No. I will say that I feel like San Fran. I'll go ahead now on a limb and say San Fran was a fluke last year, and Green Bay's gonna stomp the shit.
Dan Patrick has them win the Super Bowl.
Green Bay's gonna stomp the shit out of San Fran. I'm gonna go as far as 35 to 17.
I say that 7-point spread is tough.
It's not tough.
I like the Smith brothers.
35-17. Green Bay's gonna stomp the shit out of San Fran. They're gonna abuse them. I like San Fran as much as the next.
I like Whitesmith, Blacksmith on defense. Frank, what are you saying?
Doesn't know because he skipped over us and he pretended like it was any kind of good.
It's the game.
Packers,
I
Niners.
said that already.
All right.
It's like the Packers.
All right, now
Even
we're
Hawk agreed.
Now we're jumping into one of the Rob himself robberies, like Rob Maria Banks of the week.
No.
I think that the Arizona Cardinals will beat the Seattle Seahawks straight up with the star-studded Russell Wilson at quarterback. Arizona will still win this ball game. With the banged up Beanwell as a running back, the soldier of all soldiers hanging in there, Larry Fitzgerald, hangs in there, gets his team a victory in this game. Seattle's on the up and coming, but not just yet. Not so fast, my friend. Hold up, Russell Westbrook. Frank, what do you think?
Russell Westbrook.
Marshawn Lynch will eat his Skittles and rush for 150 yards and a touchdown if he plays.
What if he doesn't?
If not, Seattle will still win because Matt Flynn will be in by the second quarter.
So since Betty over here, since Russell Westbrook is playing for Oklahoma City, since Rob himself said, I will vote for Russell Wilson against the Arizona Cardinals. Larry, consistent as all anything, but 9-7 last year, Seahawks, they're on the rise. I can't go against them in this game.
All right, another upset special from Rob himself, a.k.a. Rob like Rob Bank, a.k.a. the Liquored Up Kicker. We got the Carolina Panthers featuring the Rookie of the Millennium, Cameron Newton. Oh, he's so special. And he has so many great running backs behind him. Well, geez, you can only give it to one of them each time. I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, my local team, upsetting the Carolina Panthers on week 1. Josh Freeman now has Vincent Jackson. Mike Williams now has single coverage. There's no Kellen Winslow. Greg Schiano, the guy who knew when to sit my cousin at Rutgers and when to give him the ball for some clutch touchdowns. Tampa Bay is bouncing back. It may be the 6 wins, but they're beating Carolina in week 1. Frank?
I got Carolina in a blowout.
Ben?
That's simple.
I'm with 2 here. I think Cam Newton eventually he'll get injured, but you know the Cam Newton to Steve Smith, it's just something that Tampa Bay can't handle at this point.
Alright, I do think Tampa Bay's defense is down. I mean, obviously they're not what they were the past 10 years. Anyway, moving on to the next game. Steelers at Broncos. I really love the Broncos. I saw it after Willis McGahee like he was my own child in fantasy football, and it just didn't happen for me. And I love Peyton to death. But I gotta say, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they never committed to a running back anyway. So they're sharing the running back load and farting around and playing half squad. That's kind of how they like to play. I love Willis. I love Peyton. I like what the Broncos are doing. I think the Steelers pull off a win, whether you call them favorites or underdogs, against the Broncos. Betty, what do you think?
I do think that I'm with him in the fact that the Broncos are going to win, but the Steelers they've been a running game first and foremost. They have a decent passing attack now, but how are you going to outrule Peyton Manning at this point? You don't think he's going to be what he is, but he's been consistent his whole career. Denver Broncos take this thing in a close game.
Right.
I think Omar Epps will do some fabulous coaching and the Steelers will win.
Who are you pick? Omar Epps.
I don't support First State.
I hate to see many stuff myself.
So, on Monday night, we got the Cincinnati Bengals featuring Andy Dalton and AJ Green, which was my favorite connection last year. I love me some AJ Green. I think it's outstanding. I think it's great. I think it's great what they did. Jeez, what are you, Chris Carter? Come on, bro. Anyway, so I think it's outstanding what they did. But that said, Ray Rice, Joe Flacco, Torrey Smith, Anquan Bolton's still alive. They got Pitta and another. Anyway, I think the Ravens take down the Bengals. 7-point spread is going to keep it close, but I'm going to go Ravens on the early Monday night of the 2 games. Frank, what do you think?
I take the Ravens as well on a Monday night football game when there's 2 games as a special for opening week. BEDI, I'm sorry.
It's okay. He has no idea how to pronounce things, so I'm gonna go against these 2. And as much as it pains me to say,
Ain't no Fulton and Dalton.
I'm gonna take the Bengals in a 24-14 victory over the Baltimore Ravens. I feel like a Dalton to AJ Green connection, and
How many times though?
and underrated. Then Jarvis Green Ellis they're gonna take it. An aging Ravens defense. It's just too much for the Ravens to handle.
You're missing your best player from last year. It is a painful loss. I do totally understand.
You're missing your best team, by the way.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm talking to the camera. Not that there's a camera or anything. We're just talking to the depth behind the camera. But yeah, Suggs is a lot to overcome. So the Bengals had a great thing last year, and I think the law firm picks up right up where Benson left off. And I think Dalton AJ Green is a connection.
A younger version of the same player than Jarvis Green.
And so in the second Monday Night Football game, because there are 2, Betty, we have the San Diego Chargers with Jeff Bruce's favorite player in the world, Phillip Rivers, coming into town to face the Oakland Raiders. And I think Carson Palmer, a.k.a. Dennis Quaid from Any Given Sunday,
or the rookie
is ready to go, except for it's football, is ready to go, and the Raiders are getting a point or 2. I think the Raiders will take the Chargers down and set their season off on the wrong foot, and even if Matthews comes back, he's on the wrong foot, the wrong clavicle, and the wrong couple other things. I don't think he can set it straight. Give me that BEDI. I'll take the Oakland Raiders.
I will say that Dennis Quaid was better in Meet the Parents, but I do
False.
feel
Meet the Parents. That was Ben Stiller.
no. Or Meet the with Lindsay Lohan.
I don't know. That's not
Who
Meet the
cares? Let's
Parents.
get back to football. I will say that the Oakland Raiders. I do feel like the Oakland Raiders are gonna take this game. They're underrated. They have a solid defense. Darren McFadden, if he can stay healthy. Carson Palmer is taking his second year in here.
They have 5 interchangeable wide receivers at all time, and Carson Palmer has finally got to practice with these athletes.
Ronald McLean, solid defense.
Since the
Solid
United
offense.
States sprint team came back from London, the Oakland Raiders became so much better because that's who he's rolling with.
They're a solid team. They're not going to win. They're not going to win the division because of Peyton Manning anywhere he goes.
Let's hear
Let's turn
Betty.
it over to 2.
2, what do you got on this?
The Raiders win in a trounce. McFadden runs all over him.
And then he gets hurt.
All right, well, it wasn't in the best grammar, but we got a unanimous from us about the Raiders. Take it down, kids.
All right. You have to do a lot of editing to that.